Florida State right now, I would say, if you just look at the Atlantic Division, I think Florida State's a better team than Boston College, a better team than Syracuse, and a better team than Louisville. Sure. So let's say in a perfect world we win those 3 games. You've got Clemson at home, Wake Forest at home, at NC State. If you happen to win one of them, and your other 2 games are Miami and Georgia Tech. So on paper, if you go 4-4 in the ACC this season, your chances of making a bowl game are very good because you've got Duquesne, you've got Louisville, you got LSU. So the chances of winning at least 6 games are fine. But that's the question. And I've criticized Miami fans for being overconfident, and I'll criticize Florida State fans. We cannot be overconfident at this point. We have not earned the right to be overconfident. We haven't beat Louisville since 2019. We haven't beat, Clemson since 2014. That's what I'm saying. So this argument that we are on par with these teams, yes, we can look at the roster and say we're a better team than Louisville. We haven't proven it on the field since 2019. So.
And it's going to come down to not making stupid mistakes too, because and that's like you were mentioning that Clemson game, just some silly things going on that put Florida State in a really bad spot. Guys that are starters, you had Lundy there with the late hit, which made no sense whatsoever. I believe Cooper had one too. Just things that you wouldn't expect, and that goes to show guys weren't ready for that. They weren't ready to be put in that position to go to Death Valley and beat Clemson, because that was a very, very vulnerable team. And you also can't have Shipley, that freshman running back, running all over your throat. And I don't even want to go through that again. That was absolutely nightmarish to think of going back at it. But we've moved on. But just silly mistakes. You got to hope, too. Now, Norvell, this is his 3rd year at the helm. Things change. Things change with the coaching. Things got to change with making sure that you're put in the right spots. And number 3, don't do stupid stuff. Put yourself in a really bad spot. I love Jared Verse. I love his mentality. I can't wait for people to see that. But one thing that I'm worried about is that he's got too much of that energy, and I put the team in a bad spot. Coaching is what's going to be able to fix that and work with him on it. I think Norvell talked to us during a press conference after a practice, and, things got a little chippy, and he is definitely the biggest trash talker. I think Fabian Lovett said today, Jared Verse is one of the biggest trash talkers on the team. You could do that. You can be competitive and have that edge, but, when it comes down to where it's 7 points, 3 points, 6 points to win a game, and the penalties start adding up and that offense goes and scores on you. That's something that happened to Florida State last year and put them in terrible spots to come away with wins. So I think this team, it's going to be one of the biggest focuses for Mike Norvell and the staff going into this camp.